That's better. Now you guys can focus on me instead of getting distracted by all my surroundings. Hey, welcome to another English challenge lesson. What do you call this? What is this around me? Okay, if you see this in like a picture or a video, what's the word? Let me know. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about it. Write your answer down there in the comments. Hope you get it right. And then I'll tell you what it is, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the answer is it's a vignette. A vignette. A vignette. Have you ever heard that word before? It sort of looks like a weird word because it has a G. It looks like it should be pronounced vignette. Vignette or vignetti. Vignetti. Look at this vignetti. No, it's not vignetti. It's no. Vignette. Vignette. Okay, so the G is silent. Some English words just are like that. We take words from other languages. I think maybe we stole this one from French because to me it looks like the word baguette. Baguette. Sometimes words with like E-T-T-E ending, those words come from French. So sorry, French. Sorry to all my French fans for stealing your word, vignette. This is actually a very common word in photography. Like people who take pictures and edit pictures, very often they like to add a vignette to the picture just to sort of focus the viewer's attention on sort of the center of the frame. Very often artwork, like even if you see like a painting or something, very often your attention is drawn into the middle, and that's the point, right? And actually, I want you to keep this idea in mind, okay, because we're going to look at some other meanings of the word vignette. Okay, very often English words have a lot of different meanings. Sometimes the meanings are not related, but sometimes in this case, the meaning is different, but it is related. Okay, so I want you to keep in mind this idea of sort of bringing our focus into a smaller point. Okay, so let's look up this word in the dictionary. Now, one dictionary that I like to use sometimes, I think it gives good examples and definitions, is Collins Dictionary. Have you ever used Collins? So let's look up this word in Collins Dictionary and see what it says, okay? Vignette. A vignette is a short description, picture, or piece of acting which expresses very clearly and neatly the typical characteristics of the thing that it represents. Okay, so they give it a good example here. Okay, the book is an excellent vignette of some of the major debates in science. Okay, so there's a book, okay, and that book sort of summarizes. You can sort of think about it that way. It gives sort of a summary, a vignette of the major debates in science. Okay, so instead of reading about all the major debates in science, you could buy this book, whatever book it is. Okay, you could buy it, and that'll sort of give you an idea of sort of what the major debates in science is. Okay, so do you sort of get that idea? It's sort of the same as this, right? It's sort of like a summary, or sort of like brings you in on a smaller area. Okay, let's look at some other meanings here. A small illustration placed at the beginning or end of a book or chapter. Sometimes if you buy a book and you see the chapters, sometimes there's sort of like a little design around the chapter heading or whatever. Okay, that can be called a vignette. And also a short, graceful literary essay or sketch. So that's sort of the same idea, right? If you're sort of giving sort of a short something, just like that book, right? That sort of brought all the debates in science into a sort of a small book. So that's sort of the same idea, a short sort of a sketch. You can call it a sort of a piece of writing or a piece of acting, sort of a sketch, okay? Now, number 3, a photograph, drawing, etc. with the edges that are shaded off. Okay, so that's what this is here, right? So that's that meaning, right? So that this is you can see this this isn't a picture, this is a video, but sort of the borders are sort of shaded off, right? Okay, number 4, a carved ornamentation that has a design based on tendrils, leaves, etc. Okay, so what's a tendril? Do you know what a tendril is? A tendril is like a small part of a plant. Some plants have, I don't know what kind of plants, but they sort of have these small little things that look cool. It sort of gives the plant a cool look. Okay, those are called tendrils. Just like in the chapter, the chapter artwork in a book, those you could sort of, that's sort of like those little things in the vignette. You could call those tendrils, I think, okay? But usually we use the word tendril for plants. So any kind of look what it says, a carved ornamentation. So I guess it could be a carving, out of wood or some sort of a design, right? That sort of looks like that with those little things. Maybe even a tattoo. Sometimes tattoos have those little things. Maybe you could call a tattoo a vignette. I'm not sure. But you get the idea. Okay. And then number 5 is any small endearing view or scene, view, or picture. Okay, so do you know what endearing means? Endearing means that you like it. It just sort of makes you sort of a nice, cute scene. It sort of makes your heart feel warm. So if you're driving along the countryside and you just stop and you just take a nice look out at the beautiful, endearing countryside, you could say, oh, that's a nice little vignette, a vignette. Okay, so you can see the word vignette can sort of be used in different ways, and it can even be used as a verb. Okay, so I could say I vignetted this scene. I vignetted it with a vignette. Okay, so you can use it in different ways, but it sort of all has the same idea, right? The idea is to sort of bring your attention in on a smaller area, sort of just like a summary, or sort of to focus in on a small thing. Anyway, that's the word vignette. Let me know, did you get this? Did you pass this English challenge? Hope you passed, but this is it's a very hard word, and it's hard pronunciation. Remember, you don't pronounce the G. It's not vignetti, it's just vignette. So hey, hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in to this English challenge video. Thank you for all my awesome fans who always give me thumbs up and comment and subscribe and everything. Thank you so much, and hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.